Chapter 32. And it came to pass in the 3rd month after we left the land of Egypt, that we came to Sinai on the same day of the new moon. And after all the congregation of Israel set up a camp at the foot of the mountain, behold, on the 3rd day I went up the mountain to meet the Only Elohim. And from the mountain Yahavah said to me, Thus you shall say to the house of Jacob and to the children of Israel, Your own eyes have seen what I did to the Egyptians. And now, if you will obey my voice and obey my covenant, you will be my personal treasure among all the nations, and I will make you a kingdom for me. You will therefore be a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. Therefore, under the cloud of the Almighty, I obtained the necessary instructions to organize the tabernacle of Israel for the full worship of the assembly of the Lamb in the wilderness. It was when Yahavah caught me up again, and I, Moses, obtained the information concerning this book, which should remain sealed until Elohim judges it prudent to reveal these things to the children of mankind. When Yahavah shall raise up a Moses like me, in the figurative sense, for he will be taken from among the nations, from a land that does not correspond to the covenant made by Elohim with his people in the fullness of time. But this one whom Elohim chooses, he will be sent to proclaim repentance to this people in the last days. On this occasion, I had the most astonishing privilege any man had ever had before. In preparation for what Yahavah told me, he led the children of Israel to the foot of the mountain on the morning of the 3rd day with thunders and lightning, and they sounded from the top, and the sound of a shofar sounded, announcing the coming of the Almighty. The whole camp was filled with smoke, for Yahavah came down in a great chariot of fire, and there was a cloud around the chariot, and rays of light pierced the fog in the sight of all the nation of Israel, that inasmuch as it was possible to be seen through the fog, Elohim could be seen sitting upon his throne under a polished layer of fine amber, which rested upon itself. But behold, when the children of Israel came so close, Elohim commanded me to go back to them and warn them to not come so close to that which they cannot touch, yea, even the priests. For the people had not yet consecrated all things in a united order, just as the people of Enoch did in former times. Therefore they could not bear the command that said, Even an animal, if it touches the sacred mountain, must be petrified unto death. Even so, shall I, Yahavah, spare the one who profanes my sanctuary? Behold, Moses, I am not pleased with the lack of reverence of this people, for my presence and their evil mores are an insult to the Lord their Creator. For up there in the mountain Yahavah laid his hand upon me, and conferred upon me the keys of the dispensation which I should preside over. And he carried me to a very high mountain above the clouds, until I came to the city of God, the heavenly Jerusalem. It was then that I came to see something so impressive that I, Moses, said, Behold, I tremble with fear, my God. And Yahavah said, What you see is the Mount Zion, and unto the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, with his thousands of angels round about. And behold, it is given unto you permission to participate in the assembly of the elder children of Elohim, which is the assembly of the firstborn of the Father, which are of those who already have their names written in heaven. To you, Moses, it will be permitted to behold Elohim presiding at a universal conference, for the purpose to determine the reward of the just spirits that have been perfected in the world. And you will see the only begotten Son of the Father, yea, the mediator of the new covenant, through whom you may be perfected. Then it came to pass that on this occasion I, Moses, saw Elohim as one man sees another before his eyes. And Elohim, face to face, spoke with me, and the glory of Elohim was upon me. Therefore I, Moses, could bear his presence, although at no time did I dare raise my eyes to see his face. Therefore Elohim added, saying, Behold, you, Moses, having the priesthood power of my son, and being in accord with his ordinances, may look directly into my face with your eyes, though no man can see my countenance and remain alive without this priesthood. When you came here, I told you to sit in the place that I prepared for you in the sacred mountain of meeting, and I ordered you to remain seated while my glory passed between the rock of my throne. And behold, I laid my hand upon the cleft of the rock that divided between me and thee, and covered thine eyesight to not see my countenance. And then, when I withdrew my hand, and you looked over your shoulder, and saw me at a glance behind you, giving you the keys of the administration of my priesthood, inasmuch as my face cannot be seen for lack of this seal that I put about thee. For behold, the priesthood does allow mankind to see God, provided that this priest has received the key corresponding to such a privilege, and is a high priest of the sacred order of the only begotten Son, possessing all the keys corresponding to this ministry, which was preordained from before the foundation of the world. But this mystery, my son Moses, which I make known to you at this time, concerning the 144,000 high priests anointed by me on Mount Zion in the heavenly Jerusalem, even before the foundation of the world, which priests are chosen from among all the nations of the earth, from among all times, foreordained by me, beginning with its dispensation, from which my people Israel shall be scattered throughout the four corners of the world. Therefore these high priests, remnants of the 12 tribes of Israel, must know this mystery to remain only among those who possess this gift and calling, or among those to whom I, Yahavah, allow this mystery to be revealed to him through a high priest, born in the world of mankind in the similarity of Melchizedek. And Elohim went on speaking to me, Moses, saying, Behold, I am Yahavah, Elohim Almighty, and infinite is my name, for I am without the beginning of days or the end of years, and is not this infinite? Being that you are my son, behold, I am pleased to show thee the works of my hands, but not all, because my works have no end, nor my words, because they never cease. Behold, therefore, that no man shall be able to see all my works without contemplating all my glory, and no man can contemplate all my glory and then remain in the flesh upon earth.